Om Shanti. In this video I'm going to discuss about um, one of our spiritual brothers question. He asked, why is it that I always mention about that 5000 year time cycle that repeats uh, kalpa after kalpa, that is one kalpa is that 5000 years. So to put it simply, if you are watching this video, you were watching the same video 5000 years back on the very same moment. So that is what that kalpa theory is all about. This is what God says. This is not my knowledge, but he asked, why is, why is it that it should be exactly 5000 years? Why not 6000 or 7000? But uh, this question is more in lines with uh, why is it that your year is composed only of 12 months? Why not 13 months or 14 months? Because you know that this is nature, and this sentence just informs about the nature of this nature. Similarly, God says this is what happens every 5000 years. So there's no point in asking such questions. If the question should be, how should I believe this, or how should I believe that it is God that says this? That should be the more logical question, I believe. And I was an atheist a year back, so I did have the same question, but after attending Brahma Kumari classes continuously for 2 months in a row, I finally realized that it is God that actually speaks to us through Murali or Vani, whatever they say that they read in Brahma Kumari's classes. So why can't you give yourself such time to see whether it's convincing for you or not? And I also have said that the destruction of Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization that is estimated to have occurred 5000 years back is a strong proof for this 5000 year kalpa cycle. For this, another brother asked, if it is going to repeat kalpa after kalpa, where is the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa now? That's what his question is. Well, it is nice to see that he has given himself such time to think over this topic. But if you go slight deeper into it, you can find yourself that this Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization was named only after humans have dug that burial out of the ground. So till then there were no name. Maybe there were name, but we were not aware of it. It is after unraveling that we started naming it as Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization for whatever reason. So we do not know what is the current name of that Mohenjo-daro and Harappa now. And moreover, it might be because God says, actually God is giving all this knowledge from Mount Tabu that is present in Rajasthan, and he also says this place is going to be heaven in future, and the rest of the world will be underwater, because at this present moment the planet Earth is revolving around Sun in a slant position. but after certain incidents that were mentioned in Bible, the earth will start, uh, it will be exactly perpendicular. So at that um, point, the sea level rises and it immerses most of the land areas. So only very tiny portion, it would be more like a village, so that will be heaven. For the next 2500 years, only that part of India will be above the sea level. So uh, he also says this Rajasthan where God comes now will become New Delhi, because this Delhi part will be the heaven. So there is at this point a big difference between the location of Rajasthan and Delhi. Nobody knows how Rajasthan gets moved to where Delhi is now. So there are many strange things. God doesn't explain everything. He explains only what is needed for changing human beings into divine beings. That is, human beings into deities, so that we can enter heaven. So he does this by uh, bringing an end to our body consciousness, and he makes us to develop soul consciousness. It is by becoming soul consciousness that we become eligible to enter heaven, because in heaven all deities will be soul consciousness. So because of that, they will have total power over their senses and also over the uh, atmosphere, earth, water and sky. So this is the main aim why God gives this knowledge. And moreover, it is in the last 100 years of this kalpa God comes and gives this knowledge. Only 77 years has passed. So still there are 22 23 years more for God to give the rest of his knowledge. So instead of asking such questions, why not give yourself just 2 months time and attend Brahma Kumari classes, so that you will be clearing your doubt yourself. Uh, and another question he asked is, uh, why is God doing all these things? God says human souls and the supreme soul, that is the God, is infinite in time. Nobody can find when God came or when souls came. We both are infinite. So nobody can answer that question. So God says he is also being controlled by this 5000-year kalpa cycle, and it is because of that God comes only in the last 100 years. He cannot come to heaven, or he cannot come to the remaining part of hell. He can come only in the last 100 years, and also he enters the same human in every kalpa. So he is also being controlled by drama. So and I have attended this class only for the past 1 year. So maybe I am not aware of many other things that can be used as an answer here. And moreover, even God has not said everything fully. He still has 22 more years to give his remaining knowledge. So why can't you, instead of asking such questions, why can't you make the most of this time, because we are at the very end of this kalpa. Why can't you use the remaining time in creating prosperity for the next kalpa? Om Shanti. And another question many brothers ask is, how about dinosaurs? Because they believe, that is, um, as much as scientists are aware of, there were no evidence of humans when dinosaurs were found. This is what science says. But what they forgot is what they have found. The dinosaurs they have found, they say that it uh, it was some million years ago. But what they forgot is they have discovered dinosaur that lived in one kalpa million years back. Actually, it repeats kalpa after kalpa. But what scientists have found was present in a kalpa that was million years back. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen in all other kalpa, because science cannot even discover the heaven that was present 2500 years back in India. So how do you think science can exactly predict everything? And only God can say. Science can unravel only a tiny part of truth and start creating theory and hypothesis over that, and that will continue to thrive until another scientist come along and prove it totally wrong, and he will create another theory in place of it. So this will go on and on. Why can't you just, instead of wasting your time and wait till you get the evidence to believe these words, why can't you go there and see if it is true yourself instead of depending on science? Because you need not wait for science. Actually, you will get the proof right before your eyes, because God says towards the end, towards the happenings that were mentioned in Bible just before judgment day, everybody will see through their own eyes the kind of position they are going to take in heaven, whether they are going to become Lakshmi deity or Narayana deity or Rama or Sita, or there will be 330 million deities in India for the first 2500 years. So they will see it right before their eyes. But if you are waiting for that long, that would be the time when you will have absolutely no time to make any effort to improve. So that will be more like watching a trailer of a finished drama. So after seeing that, having the vision of all those heaven, paradise and the position of everybody, you will be going to heaven. If you have already attended Brahma Kumari classes and took real effort to become soul consciousness, and depending on your level of soul consciousness, your position for the next 2500 years will be decided. So that will be too late. So why can't you just join Brahma Kumari classes immediately and start attending it for 2 months in a row? If you couldn't find it believable, then you just discontinue it. But just give yourself first 2 months time. Then you will realize that it is God that speaks through you. He will somehow make you believe it, because He is our Father. He knows how to convince His child. And regarding this dinosaur, there are two possibilities. This is just my assumption. That is, God, whatever the mosquitoes and many other harmful insects, snakes, poisonous animals, they wouldn't be coming to heaven. And these wild animals like lion, tiger, they'll be coming to heaven, but they wouldn't have these wild instincts. They'll be behaving like dogs. They'll be just uh, will be playing with them. That is why Hindu deities were shown always accompanied by these wild animals and wild birds. Um, Likewise, many animals that were present in heaven are not alive now. So this dinosaur could be one of those animals that live in heaven. And another possibility is they may appear towards the end due to mutation, as assumed by scientists nowadays recently. And another possibility is dinosaurs may exist right now, but we are not just aware of their presence, because in the program Ancient Aliens, they say in isolated places like Himalayas, they see some giant footprints. It looks like human imprint, but it is tenfold size of human footprints. But nobody has ever witnessed such animal. So somehow they might be invisible to us. They may become visible, or they will just continue to be invisible all the time, and they may have unearthed the fossil of such dinosaur that lived million years back. So it is one more assumption like that of science, because it is easy to create assumptions, but the truth only God can give. The moment you realize that it is our Heavenly Father that speaks to us through Brahma Kumaris, then you will start believing everything, and you will start making effort to become soul consciousness. Even if you do not believe in heaven, by becoming soul consciousness you will get rid of all the sadness and sufferings that you are undergoing in this current life, and you will start experiencing bliss and happiness throughout this life, in case you don't believe in the next birth. Om Shanti.